Our main mission is to present the history of what really happened as far as the building of the first airplane.
It changed the world to think about how we are with aviation and anything that flies, going from just the first powered flight all the way to space travel.
We are representing not only Dayton, we're representing the United States, and we're representing engineers and aviation enthusiasts around the world.
This whole concept of the Wright B Flyer, this organization, is unique. You don't see anything like that in other areas.
I've been flying for 35 years, started off flying little airplanes, dreaming about being a pilot in the Air Force one day, and happened to be one of the guys they let fly this airplane occasionally. Every airplane that you see flying around originates from this airplane, from the shape of the wings, the ailerons, the flight control surfaces, and that's what the Wrights had started to figure out. So when you go look at a modern airplane, the basic shape, everything has transcended and developed from what the Wrights created, which is what we're trying to preserve here in this airplane, is early aviation. We've come a long way since then, but at the same time, a lot of the roots that you see from this airplane are now you see in any commercial airliner or any modern military airplane that we're flying.
The Wright brothers, as most people know, they came back to Dayton and used the Huffman Prairie just near Wright-Patterson Air Force Base to really build an airplane that could be flown, sustained flight, fly in a circle, could be controlled properly, and so forth. So that was the first real airplane. And then they eventually sold the airplane to the Army, and the one that they actually delivered was the Wright B model, and the B model had the tail in the back. The B model is what we're all about. That's why our organization is called the Wright B Flyer.
Mid-70s, 75, 77, when folks at Wright-Pat, a bunch of engineers got together and said, hey, let's build a lookalike. The story is rather fantastic. The airplane, the Brown Bird, was actually built out at Wright-Pat in the hangar. After a series of events, after we got the airplane flying and flew it around a little bit, they got the hangar here and settled in at the Dayton Wright Brothers Airport in this hangar. The organization's gone on quite a long time, right? We started flying in the early 80s, and then giving rides, took the airplane all over the world. Flew over the Statue of Liberty, all sorts of things that the Wright brothers did that we may have redone, or some new things like the Rose Bowl that they hadn't done before, right? It was wonderful, but it's very difficult to move. We had to take it apart, put it in a trailer. There was a big demand for us to bring the airplane places, and we realized as an organization, we need to have something that can travel a little bit better. And that was where the Silver Bird was born. We tragically lost that airplane, I think, as you know. We lost two of our very close pilots. And then we took a pause, right? How did that happen? Why did that happen? Reevaluate all those things. Hey, let's raise the money and do this again. Here we are. We now have a new airplane flying. We've finished our FAA certification, and we're ready to start taking it around the world and showing people what the Wright brothers did in Dayton, Ohio.
I mean, we do a lot of things here because of the Wright brothers. All of us at least here minimum of three days a week, sometimes 4 or 5 when we were actively building it. While it looks like an old airplane, it's a thoroughly modern airplane. We can't duplicate what the Wright brothers did because it wouldn't be safe today. Of course, the Wright brothers had a Wright engine that was built by them. It's air-cooled. The Wright brothers engine was water-cooled. It only had about 15 horsepower. We have 210 horsepower.
I actually watched the volunteers build this airplane, get to watch it assemble, watch the airplane come together, and then go out and fly the second flight in the airplane here at Dayton Wright Brothers. Talking about really the first powered flight, a look-alike of what the Wrights did, back in 1911, their first production airplane. When flying airplanes is a real joy. You are definitely out there at the tip of the spear, if you want to call it that, but you are here out in the environment. The view is incredible. You are pretty much nothing in front of you, except, so you can actually see down below you, and that. It was very spectacular getting up to altitude the first time and seeing, wow, this is what it was like for the Wrights to come away from the ground and see what it's going.
We can get on an airplane, go anywhere in the world, and that all started with two brothers in Dayton, Ohio. And we want people to understand that history, learn from that history, and appreciate what they did. Because it really is an amazing engineering story of how they were true experimenters, true engineers, that developed the airplane in a very methodical and scientific way.
Everybody today kind of takes air travel for granted. 120 years ago, this is all you had. Being able to go show this, whether it's at an air show or just come out here on the weekend and fly it around, it's taken a lot of really smart people, a lot of ingenuity, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears over the years to get it so that we can travel safely in an airplane around the world.